The Talisman by Stephen King and Peter Straub is a fantasy book. Now I wanted to check out this one because I tried to read Fairy Tale a little while ago and I couldn't get into it. It's just too long. They take too long to get into the other Portal Fantasy. This is also Portal Fantasy, very similar to Fairy Tale. That's why I wanted to check it out. This one is about Jake Sawyer. He's 12 years old and his mom is a former actress. And they're being hounded by his late father's business partner, Morgan Sloat, and they decide to go to the Alhambra, which is like this old place from his mother's youth for a beach vacation. However, she's got cancer and she's dying. However, a mysterious man tells him to do something, and Jack finds out with the help of like some magic juice, he has the ability to hop to the territories, which is another parallel world of sorts. So everyone on Earth has a counterpart in the territory, so Jack has to go on this very dangerous mission, a 12-year-old on his own with very little pocket money, and all the dangers along the way as he dips through a different world and the modern world, the little traps. Now there are some nods to other Stephen King books, mainly I believe The Dark Tower. Stephen King said that The Dark Tower is a linchpin, his magnum opus to all other books. So this book has a couple references. I think the animal people that play henchmen in The Dark Tower are in this book, as well as the talisman itself, what the book is named after, is one of the several talismans, I believe, maybe, in The Dark Tower. There's like different colors of talismans. There's like different colored ones with different properties, but I can't get into them because of spoilers. So this one is basically a portal fantasy, but it's also a road trip. And the book is super long, I'm not gonna lie. It's like 600 something pages plus. And the audiobook itself was like 30 hours. I made it to about 20 and I had to stop because I ran out of time. So I picked up the rest of the book and it was a bit of a drag. Lots of stuff going on. The audiobook's okay. You know, there's like the classic Stephen King stuff like bullies and a little bit of homophobia from the bullies and racism and some, you know, road trip fantasy stuff. Really annoying sidekicks though. Jack bumps into a character named Wolf, who's very annoying, and you know he screams as Wolf over and over, and it's really annoying. And then he bumps into another sidekick later, another friend named Richard, who's like really whiny and Jack, and the audiobook guy has to do the whiny voice, and it got really old. But overall, it was still entertaining. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't like super amazing. It was just like very simple, you know, straightforward, no real twists or anything. This is just like a basic, long, interesting little fantasy, you know, fetch quest basically, and that's it. So, I mean, wasn't, you know, it's worth checking out if you want like a long, just fantasy to coast on. It's not too complex or anything. So I give The Talisman 3 out of 5.